everyone. Today we're going to learn a little bit about what it takes to make a complete sentence. So in the video you watched with Jack Hartman, he said there are 4 things that you need to make a complete sentence. The first thing is a capital letter. That means you have an uppercase letter at the beginning of your sentence. Next, you have a complete or a whole idea, so the sentence will tell you something that's happening. The next thing is you will have spacing between your words in the sentence. That means you'll use a finger space between your words. And it will have an ending punctuation mark. That means it will have a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. These things tell us that the sentence or the question is over. Look at the first sentence. The dog is nice. This is a complete sentence because it's telling me that the dog is nice. It's telling me a whole idea that's happening. It also has a capital letter. You see that T at the beginning of the sentence? That means it says the sentence is starting. It also has an ending punctuation mark after the word nice. That means that the sentence is over and it is done. It also has spaces between the words. The next sentence says she is with. She is with. Think to yourself, does that tell you who she's with? It doesn't, does it? So it's not a complete or it's not a whole sentence. It also doesn't have a capital letter. You see that S, that's a lowercase letter, so it does not have a capital letter. It also doesn't have an ending punctuation mark. It doesn't have a period at the end of it. So that means that is not a complete sentence. That's not a whole idea. Look at the next line. Went to bed. Went to bed. Think to yourself, does those words say who went to bed? It doesn't, does it? It does not say who went to bed. That means that it's not telling me something. It's not saying who went to bed. It also doesn't have a capital letter in the beginning, and it doesn't have an ending mark at the end after bed. So is that a whole sentence? Does it tell me something? No, you're right. It does not. Look at the next line. The little pig is sad. The little pig is sad. Does that say who is sad? It does because it says the little pig is sad. It also has a capital letter at the beginning. You see that uppercase T, that's our capital letter. And at the end of the word, it has a period. So that tells me that this is a whole sentence. It's telling me that the little pig is sad. Look at this sentence. She is sad. We're going to play a little game where you get to practice to see if this is a whole or a complete sentence. So you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down at home. She is sad. Do you think that's a complete sentence? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down at your house. You're right, that is a whole sentence. It's correct because it has a capital letter, that capital S at the beginning, and it also has a period at the end. And it has its spaces. She is sad. Does it tell me who is sad? Yep, it does. She is the person who is sad. Look at these words at the top of the page. Can play. Think to yourself, does that make sense? Is that a whole sentence? Can play? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You're right, that is not a complete sentence because it doesn't tell me who is playing. It doesn't say who can play. It also does not have a capital letter at the beginning of can. And it doesn't have an ending mark. It doesn't have a period or another ending mark at the end. So that is not a whole sentence. Look at these words at the top of the page. I can take a nap. I can take a nap. Think to yourself, is this a whole sentence? Give a thumbs up or thumbs down at your house. If you think this is a correct sentence, you're right, because it has a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence, that capital or the uppercase I. It has its spaces, and it has a period at the end of the sentence. Does it also say who's taking the nap? It does. It's saying I can take the nap. Does it say what the person is doing? It does. It's saying that that person can take a nap. Look at this next sentence. Tim is my pal. Tim is my pal. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down at your house if you think this is a whole or a complete sentence. If you think this sentence is correct. If you gave this sentence a thumbs up, you were right, because this is a complete sentence. It has an uppercase letter at the beginning of the word Tim, and it has its spacing, and it has a period at the end of the sentence. It's also saying, who is the pal? Well, Tim is the pal. And Tim is who? Tim is my pal. So that's telling me something. It's telling me an idea. Ran home. Ran home. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down at your house if you think this is a whole sentence. If you gave me a thumbs down, you're right, because no, this is not a whole sentence. It doesn't have a capital letter, and it doesn't have an ending mark. It doesn't have a period or another mark. Is it telling us who ran home? No, it's not. It's not telling me anything. So that is not a whole sentence. The little dog. The little dog. Think to yourself, is this a complete or not a complete sentence? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you gave this a thumbs down, you're right. This is not a whole sentence. It doesn't have a capital letter, and it doesn't have an ending mark at the end of the sentence. So it's not a whole sentence. The little dog. Is it telling me what the little dog is doing? Nope, it's not. It's not saying what the little dog is doing. So no, it's not a complete sentence. All right, you guys did a great job, and thank you for watching this video and playing along and practicing those sentences.